I go to sleep and I'm like, oh, yeah, little sparkles. I've got a few more days. And then you wake up like a skunk.
Banding tends to look a lot worse on lighter shades.
Absolutely.
You literally are frying your hair because you're putting bleach over bleached hair that doesn't need to get any lighter. We have a box dye question, and Leigh and I both love a box question, if you will.
Kelly, I love you. Let me read it, okay? Because
Okay.
I feel like you're having a bit of a silly time already.
I am.
The lovely Kate sent a DM to the Beauty Instagram, so that is a wonderful way to ask a question. Hey, lovely ladies, OG listener here, and I love having you in my ears every week. I have a hair question, if I may. I put a semi-permanent box dye through my hair about 18 months ago, and now my grey regrowth is quite obvious. I'm about 10% grey. Can I use dye stripper to remove some of the remaining colour, or will that destroy my hair? Do you have any other suggestions? I can't afford to go to the hairdresser. Frowny face, thank you.
Now, great question. I am curious as to why Kate can't just use another box dye, though, a semi-permanent box dye.
This is an excellent question also, Kate. I have questions. That's a good point. I wonder if she's just not a hair colour person and she did a one-time thing and was like, oh, this is not for me.
You could always try something like a rinse, though.
Yeah,
that literally is just those swashed-off little – it's basically just like a tinted
glossy
mask.
Yeah.
And it wears off after 2 weeks or however many washes. But you could try something like that if you're trying to grow it. I definitely wouldn't strip.
Well, it's interesting because, you know, I'm assuming she grabbed a semi because she didn't want whatever it was to be there for a long time. But I wonder, well, firstly, I'd love to know the colour she was, the colour of the semi. And then she's got her greys growing through. So I'm assuming it's quite a contrast because she's saying, and now it makes my grey regrowth quite obvious. So it could be that she was, you know, like a mousy brown and now it's quite dark brown or it's hard to know exactly because what we advise here actually depends on those factors and what you used. So 18 months for a semi is pretty unusual. That's why I would like to know if it was definitely a semi because what happens is permanent hair colour and semi-permanent hair colour work differently. So permanent hair colour goes in and it uses the peroxide or whatever, though it uses the peroxide or whatever the quite harsh ingredient is to open the hair up and then it puts the colour in like an envelope sort of thing and then seals the envelope. Yeah. Whereas a semi just wraps around, big hug, trying to hug as long as possible, but you know, you can't hug someone forever, especially if they're trying to wash you away. Whereas if it's inside, it's a lot harder to get out. So all these strippers, sorry.
All of these strippers?
I don't know. All of the colour strippers or colour removers are built on the premise that you've used a permanent because then they go back in and open it up again, try and get the colour out. And then that's why you need to, I guess, worry more about damage when it comes to that because your hair's already been open, colour in, open, colour out. It's like trying to reuse an envelope a lot of times. However, it could work. Let's have a look.
Oh, you think she can?
Well, I think there's options. So it's also tricky because if she's saying it's making her grey regrowth quite obvious, I'm assuming she just wants to go back to whatever she did before. That's not going to happen in that you use a product and it'll just be back to your normal hair colour. Let's just ignore the current greys and just get your hair back to kind of what it was before as fast as we can or as close as we can. There's a fantastic product that not a lot of people know about. It's called the Caracalla Colour Fading Shampoo. It was made exactly for this reason. It's $34.99 because a lot of people will go, right, yeah, I don't love my colour, but I don't want to strip it because then it's going to snap off. So that could work. You can get that at your sort of hair house, warehouse and fancy hair places. Or you might have some success with a shampoo. Selsun Blue Anti-Dandruff Shampoo is obviously for dandruff. It's quite strong in that it's, you know, a bit more active than your Head and Shoulders, but then there's even more medical ones that are quite full on. I would try, if this was me, I would try the Selsun Blue, but instead of just shampooing your hair, you want to lather it on, shampoo your hair, not with too much water like you're about to rinse it, and then you need to use it like a mask for 30 or 60 minutes. And that little lather with the shampoo is hot, should be hot water, because again, that's going to open up. You know how it sort of opens up your pores? That's a tricky analogy, but it kind of it swells the area, if that makes sense. So then the colour can kind of get out. Same with the Kristen S Deep Clean Clarifying Shampoo. So they always say anti-dandruff or clarifying shampoo. You've also got to manage your expectations. It's not going to kind of just go, oh, I'm back to normal.
Especially if it's been 18 months, because I assume that she's obviously washed her hair a lot over that 18 months regardless.
That's right, exactly. And that's why you wouldn't want to just use an anti-dandruff or a clarifying shampoo just as a shampoo and wash it out. You'd have to do this a few times. I'd say spread it out over a week because these shampoos can be quite effective at clarifying or removing dandruff, but they, as a result, don't leave your hair all that nourished. I would do the Selsun Blue with quite hot water, don't burn yourself, and like kind of lather it in. I'd wrap my head in Glad Wrap and then shampoo again and condition, and do that a couple of times over a week or two. Kristen S is actually quite a good clarifying shampoo in that it's really effective because it was formulated not just for product buildup, but certain minerals in waters, because I think she's English, and English people, the English water the UK water is quite hard. It's got a lot of minerals in it. Try either of those, or if you do just really want to try giving it your all, there's a product called the Colourless Hair Color Remover. It's $26.99. As far as color removers or strippers go, it's quite mild. It doesn't have any ammonia or anything like that. Err on the side of caution, follow the instructions. And with any of these, because like we say, we're taking something out, whether it's, inside the hair shaft or just coating it, you'll need to do a fair bit of deep moisture and even a protein mask or kind of regime for the next few months. I really want to know what she used. I can't imagine any permanent that would, because red definitely wouldn't, because red hair color has the largest molecule. That's why it fades so quickly. So a red semi can just not hold on that long.
It sometimes won't even. I've used some before that last less than a week.
Yeah, that's it. It might be this weird faded pinky color.
Yeah.
But I'm assuming she's gone from quite a light brown or dark blonde to something, tried to do a brown.
Quite chocolatey and dark.
Well, maybe even she just wanted it to be a medium brown, but brown can hold and cling and throw quite a lot of warmth. I would do, if you don't want to buy the Caracalla color fading shampoo, because again, how often are you going to need that? Although maybe she doesn't have dandruff. I'm going on a tangent. I would use one of the shampoos as a mask, maybe once a week for 3 weeks, and do like a little project with a lot of hydration.
And if it doesn't work while it's growing out, maybe just try one of those Swashcoff Live, because they're under $10.
Yeah.
Rinses that they literally just coat your hair but wash off really quickly.
If you're doing that, pick one that's as close to your natural color was before, not close to the color that you're trying to camouflage, because these things will always go darker, and also then you are going to get color buildup. They call it banding. See why hairdressers actually make money?
Oh,
it's tricky, right?
They earn their dollars.
And it's funny because I'm telling you all this and I literally just do permanent. Like I have so much color banding if you looked at my hair closely, or if a hairdresser does. But because I'm practically black, it's just...
You can't tell.
Yeah, it's like using a marker, black over black over black. It kind of just goes blacker. But I definitely don't recommend doing that. That's just my hard and my greys.
In case she or anyone listening is new though, as someone who does have a fair bit of grey, why don't you tell what you do with your roots?
Yes. Oh, I am 990% grey and have been for 20 years. Thanks, Mum. It was hereditary. I haven't had my hair coloured in a salon for probably 18 months. When I have time, actually, that's not true. I really don't like doing that. It's just a waste of money for me. And
I often think that when someone has beautiful, glossy, dark hair, I'm like, I personally wouldn't pay to get it done.
I do every
now and then.
Yes, because I'm at the point now, like you if you're watching on YouTube, you'll see it is kind of just black. I was, a dark chocolate brown.
But it with beautiful highlights and... Like it
no,
that's
me just doing my own balayage a few months ago.
Yeah, but it looks nice.
I literally just use a root touch-up, Claire oil mostly every 10 days because, of course, being dark, your greys will show through. I'm a centre part girl through and through, and I swear I go to sleep and I'm like, oh, yeah, little sparkles. I've got a few more days, and then you wake up like a skunk. So I literally have boxes and boxes. I just grab a box, 10 minutes, whack it on, shampoo it out. But I am getting build-up. So it just depends if you care. I don't think the lay person sitting next to me at a coffee shop would go, oh, my God.
The banding on her
black hair is,
awful.
Half a shade. Exactly. So it depends on the colour, but I just need to do something that's convenient and quick and realistic for my life. So that's
banding tends to look a lot worse on lighter shades.
Absolutely. And it's just, it's a lot harder to do it at home.
Oh, God. And it's also, you literally are frying your hair because you're putting bleach over bleached hair that doesn't need to get any lighter.
That's why I think being blonde is so much more expensive, but that's why
it's time consuming.
Yeah, that's it. And apparently you have more fun, but I have so much fun.
Yeah, I don't know if we do because we're sitting in the hairdressers so often.
Well, I'm out just living my life with my, box dye. Good luck. Let us know how you go. If you do try the Caracalla fading shampoo, I'd love to know how it goes because it's a relatively underground and not very well known about product, but so many people want something like that.